Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to Marketwatch on a Saturday. So big apologies for not having Marketwatch available for Friday like we normally do. The Grand Exchange on the homepage was a little weird yesterday and it was only sort of putting up items which weren't even like changing in price. It had a bit of a bug and it's now been fixed, so we can now go through it today. So in terms of updates this week, nothing too major for what we've got, but the announcement of 120 thieving has been put on, admittedly a day later than normal, on the website. So we're going to go and look through that tomorrow, but that is pretty much the only thing for us to look forward to in terms of updates this week. And next week is the 120 thieving update. So whether there'll be some items up in price, I'm not too sure. Thieving don't really demand a lot of items to do the skill, but we'll see in this week where we go through the Runescape 3 price rises and price falls for Runescape 3 Marketwatch. So without further ado, let's go and get jumping in. And as always, we'll start with price rises. We still will have a volume of items from the Catalyst rewards from leagues, which will dot throughout the price rise and price falls. But what I'm expecting is a lot more skilling based update this week, especially just to show different things. So let's go and get started and we'll go through from this week's price rises. So as always, we will skip the cosmetic stuff. If there's something worthwhile picking out, we will sort of mention it as well. So we have the red pumpkin, because we've not really seen much in terms of the Halloween event stuff go out. Now that they're not coming back in, they are classed as a sort of semi-rare, so they will go up in price. So we've got the red pumpkin at 28.3 and also the red ensouled pumpkin mask. I did think this was a worthwhile purchase if you're going to do a lot of rituals going forward. That has now got up to 94 mil. The portable wells are now 12.9k as well. We have a bronze arrow 56 GP and the Slayer wildcard going up in price to 108.3. The purple pumpkin is now 84.1. We have catalytic anima stones 1.1k each, and the portable workbench at 20,000 coins. We have the greater necroplasm at 293, oak wood spirits at 641, and artisanal gears at 272. We have the rest of the portables rising as well, so we've got the brazier at 20,000 coins, the fletcher at 19.5, and the crafter at 18.6, as well as the portable range for 19.4. We have Chinchompa residue at 130 and the Bloodwitch soul token 114.7 mil. We have an uncut jade at 2.8k each. We have a ceramic scale 48.3 and the ensouled black pumpkin mask at 25.6 mil. And the Tusker's Wrath ability going up in price now 3.1 mil. I would suggest if you haven't got the Tusker's Wrath ability, it's a really good ability for Slayer. Pick it up because it will be very beneficial. It's a really good sort of DPS increase as well. The Willow Wood Spirits 4.6k each, a Viswax is going up 19.9k. Kind of predictable really that the Viswax would go up. It doesn't often drop down, and whenever it does, and after a sharp one, it will always bounce up to a point as well. We have Potion Flasks up in price 14.1k. Again, still super worth doing it in terms of a daily. It's one of those where you can stockpile them doing one go. I would always recommend make them as soon as you mine them, because if you've got something like 3, 4, 5, 6k of these potion flasks in the bank, you will not want to do them. We have raw beef at 891, clean guam at 381, and rune dart at 69 GP each. Normally off the back of double XP, I would recommend you to buy the rune darts because you can sell them to the Champions Guild for a profit. You just hampered a little bit by buy limits, but it is worth doing if you're happy to put an offer on the Grand Exchange. We have raw poi meat at 1.2k. We have the spirit memento 25.6. Coconuts up in price, 6.4k each. That is quite cheap for a coconut, especially like if coconut milk is at a decent price. Definitely worth doing that. Again, I've done it in numerous videos. One of the easiest money makers I've ever done is making coconut milk, and it does very well for a video all the time, but just people don't really do it. We have Elder Wood Spirits 10.2k, Qualm Ranar Seeds both on the rise. We have Cowhide at 827 and a Cut Jade at 3.3k. We have Bones at 127, Goldor back on the rise over 1,000 coins again, and Chronos at 286. Lychee Seeds at 245 GP each, and a Ring of Death up 2.5 mil, which is actually a big jump for a Ring of Death. You don't often see that on price rises, 52.2 mil. Shadow Nighthill Pouch 111.4k, Silverhawk Feathers 3.5, Elder Logs back over 10,000 coins at 10.4, and a regular Chinchompa 216 GP each. We have Primal Arrows at 192, Desert Souls at 102 GP each, a Ring of Imbuing at 331.1k, and a Tuna Potato 371. Super Compost 774, Iron Nails 19 GP each. We have the Powder of Protection 234.3k, and Crypt Bloom Gloves at 25.3. Super Energies are 6.3k each, a Divertibility Codex 105.7 mil, and then finally Soda Ash is 38. Very interesting week this week. There's a couple of items here I haven't seen on price rises for a long time. So like the Nighthill pouches, Silverhawk Feathers, 3.5k is a very solid price. Obviously, I imagine these will be leaving the game due to treasure hunter going. But yeah, very interesting week. Gold ore being back up in price means that mining the concentrated gold ore is very, very good GP. Again, very solid AFK money making method. Potion flasks up in price. Coconuts, really good money making method there to turn those into coconut milk. And the rise of the Halloween rares, which I think were going to come eventually, but I just thought that's a bit sooner than what I thought it'd be. Because even though like you don't want to see it, the pumpkin masks are technically like a seasonal rare. They're just in a bigger quantity as opposed to treasure hunt stuff. So that means price falls is going to be where the Catalyst League rewards are going to be. And I'm just going to start with this with saying like I am very, very surprised at some of these prices. Like the Aura token being 80 mil, and again, this is just going off what the Grand Exchange. They could definitely be higher, they could definitely be lower. You can never really know. But they've gone a lot cheaper than what I thought, and obviously this could be due to the influx of people selling the items straight away. Because they're tradable, people might want to think that they can sell them for a higher price now and then buy them back when they're cheaper later. But at the minute, in my opinion, they're very cheap at the current price. So yeah, definitely want to look into. Again, if there's any rewards there you want, by all means, look at them, pick them up. I think the aura is quite cheap for how cool it looks. It's nice to have like that glowing effect. We have the Bloodthirsty Walkover Ride at 35.9 mil, Regularity Ink 6.4. We have Wyvern Bones 6.6k as well. That finished a little quicker than what I thought it was. Wyvern Bones do have the potential to go really, really high at times, but guess not this time. Congealed Blood 1,000 coins. Watch this for the next double XP. I think this could be a really good investment, sort of in the loop of the next double XP. If it drops enough, definitely one to pick up because I think Congealed Blood showed how sharply it could rise. So definitely one to keep an eye on this and also the other herbal secondaries. Soul Rune is 908 GP each, Dragon Arrowheads 346. We have a Raw Rocktail 1.1k, which is still probably one of the higher prices a Raw Rocktail's been for a little while. A Baynard bar also spiked this week, 9.4k down to 8.5, but still it's nice to see that the bars are going up and at least the demand was there. A Raw Sailfish 6.4k, we have Primal Stone Spirits 12.1, Absorbed Wildcard Creature 64.9k, and Infernal Ashes 306. We have a Bass 192, Carambola Seed 5.8k, Dragon Dart Tip 3.8k, and a Star Bloom Flower Seed 37.9. We have Dwarf Wheat Seeds 2.7k, a Bowstring 669, Cannonballs going down even more, 926. For me, I would definitely look at investing in that. That is a very, very good price. We have Bowstrings 669, the Memory Dowser 443.3 mil, had a bit of a bounce and got near 500 mil, because of course it did because I sold it, and then it's just dropping back down to its normal price. I do think that is a fantastic skilling item. Me personally, I just can't warrant 400 mil for it. If it got to that 150, 200 mil mark, 100% I'm buying it and I'm not selling it because it's at a point where I can like wave away that kind of cash. But for now, just a bit too much in my opinion. The Dagannoth Bones have dropped 6.5k. I did invest in 50,000 of those, so I'm still in profit at that price. But I've sort of took the approach with the Dagannoth Bones that if I'm not going to sell them, I'm just going to use them to train my prayer. There'll be incredible prayer XP for a massive upgrade on sort of Dragon Bones. And also, if you have been sticking with Marketwatch long enough to know when I used to sort of do the Dragon Bone overview at the end of a video, then you really are an OG. So big up to you if you can remember that, because at one point I had a massive collection of Dragon Bones which crashed and crashed and crashed every week. So we had a little bit at the end of the video just to scout out to see if it was worthwhile selling them. We have Ectoplasm 927, a Super Magic Potion 4 dose 12.2, Rune Dart Tip 287, Unicorn Horn 748. We have Purple Sweets at 3.4k, Mahogany Planks 990, a Magic Seed at 29.1k, and a Powder of Penance 596.4k. That is quite cheap for Powder of Penance, very cheap actually. Don't know where that crash has come from, but last time I looked it was 800k, but it's an incredible sort of thing to use for your combat. It will really help your combat, so it's quite a big drop there. Definitely looking to pick some of those up. Mortmire Fungus 1.3k each, a 4-dose Anti-Fire 10.8k. 4-dose Prayer Potion, 5.9k, and Hardened Dragon Bones, 12k each. Uncut Diamonds at 881, Coal 287, a Binding Contract for a Hellhound down to 80.8, and White Berries are 2.4k each. Very similar to Congealed Blood. White Berries will definitely be one I'll be keeping an eye out for the future because I think they'll be a really good one to invest in for the next double XP. A Crystal Halberd, 363.5k, Grimy Book 11.4, Extreme Ranging 9.3, Lanternite Incense Stick 16.5, Magic No Paper 499. We have the Malevolent Plate Body 50.2, Elder Rune Pickaxes 1.4 mil. This will be because people have used this to train during double XP. these are very good for components. If you're looking for like some bulk components, they can be a very good one to buy. Relatively well priced for the amount of components you get, but just check for components you will receive at what you're looking for as well. And then finally, a Spirit Terror Bird 1.357. In terms of this week, something I wanted to say as well is that if you still have some of your double XP time left, definitely look at some of the skilling methods, because people now will be dumping supplies, selling stuff off. You have a very good chance of buying supplies very, very cheap and for a good price, because there's such a limited amount of time left. Now, for me, that price for a Rune Dart tip at 287 is incredibly good. Yes, you will still lose some money because it's fletching, but the fletching XP you're going to get will be incredibly quick. And compared to like a Dragon Dart tip, it's almost like 10%, even less of the price for Dragon Dart tip. So yeah, there's definitely some stuff here to go and have a look at. There's Herblore potions, Herblore secondaries, fletching supplies, cooking supplies. There's a lot of things in price falls and maybe on the Grand Exchange as well, which is slightly lower because people are selling off. Now, I'm going to do a video tomorrow, like I do off the back of every double XP, where I go through the items I would buy at the end of a double XP, and I will include things to buy for the last couple of hours of skilling as a little brief bit, as well as the items I invest in off the back of a double XP as well, because they are cheap. However, I'm going to wrap Marketwatch up for today. I'm really sorry it's one day late, but the 10 page had a bug and I couldn't do it. If you guys have missed any of the videos on the channel lately this week, they'll be in the corner of the video in the description or on the channel himself if you want to check it out. Escaping Free to Play officially finishes his 2-week bond tomorrow, so if you're looking forward to that, make sure to hit that subscription button, stick around, like the videos. If you're looking for any more videos to watch, check the channel out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.